Holy shit, boys. I am back. I wouldn't make this a regular thing because this shit is fun. It was fun to watch these YouTubers just completely ruin their lives and break down and just completely destroy everything. And so today I'm going to be talking about Fouseytube. As we all know, Fousey is losing his shit. But, I mean, here's the thing. From an outside point of view, if you've never seen Fousey, and if you never watched his channel when he first started to where he is now, you would think, yes, this guy is crazy, he's bad shit, bipolar issues. And to that I will say, you're completely right. Either way you look at it, if you started watching Fousey from day one, or you just started watching him an hour ago, this guy, the end result is this guy is crazy, he's bipolar, and his fans literally do him no justice. And people are gonna hate on me because of this, but his fans literally do him no justice. They back him. He clearly needs help. And he really needs to I don't know. The thing about this is about mental issue is it's always like you're always threading on a thin line, and apparently it's 2018 and everyone gets offended by everything. So you're threading on this thin line, and then you have this big public figure who a lot of people look up to, especially back in his old days, and then if you just out of nowhere come on and call him crazy, and you get backlash not only from other YouTubers but from his fans, and that shit is crazy. Honestly though, Yusuf, I used to have big respect for this guy, especially when he first started. I started watching him back then when he was doing pranks, and he was doing like a bunch of motivational stuff, he did this one this video where he beat up a kid on campus, and then he was trying to see who would react to it, innocent things like that. And he started his motivational journey from a while ago, and it just built it up, and that's what he's centered around. He's centered around motivation and stuff like that. And back then, Fousey, aka Yusuf, he didn't really. The mental issue subject wasn't really a problem. He never brought it up in any of his videos, and then I remember all of a sudden he said something was up, and he didn't know how to say it. People were speculating. He never told anyone. People thought he was gay. People thought he was that. People thought he was, I don't know. People thought there was a lot of speculation, and to be honest, when he started going through all that stuff, I stopped watching him for a bit because he transitioned into blogs, and for me, I personally don't like blogs, unless it's a select few blogs that I do, blogs and vlogs I should say. There's a select few vlogs that I do like, but when he's transitioning into vlogs, I just lost it. I couldn't watch him anymore. I watched him for the pranks, for the public reactions and stuff like that. So since he's transitioned to that, I stopped following him, and then now he's back. And he's awoken, and so now basically his goal is to contact all of his enemies, all the people he beefed with, Rice Gum, Keemstar, and people like that, and then he wants to make amends with them, and then that way he has a story to tell, to where it goes like they were once enemies, and now they put their differences aside, and then now they can come together and see what that can do for people and stuff like that in his story. And it's bold. Love triumphs over hate, and then so that's his motive, that's his motivation and stuff like that. And but he gets these crazy he has these crazy ideas where it's kind of like think before you speak. In a sense, it's like think before you make an action, because everyone thinks about crazy things, and it's the thought I mean, you can't help it, but not a lot of people, put that into action because it's crazy, and it's really sometimes it's really really far fetched, and the thing with Yusuf is, with his bipolar issue, which it's definitely an issue. You can't ignore it. You can see it. You can see it in his videos. You can see how he's losing it. He's breaking down. His mental health is definitely not there. But like with him, when he gets these thoughts, he instantly wants to act on it, and he doesn't think about the process and the steps it takes. So a big example is his recent event that he did that completely flopped. Keemstar asked him if he thinks he thinks his event flopped, and he told Keemstar like it was a total success. Like it didn't went how he wanted it to go, but it went how he needed it to go, and stuff like that. I mean, he's failing to see his failures, and part of that makes him ignorant. He's I don't know, Fousey. Like, honestly, what they say, ignorant is bliss. And I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but my opinion matters, and this is my fucking channel, and yours doesn't. So, I'm just going to say, Fousey, personally, I've lost a lot of, respect for you, and stuff like that, but, like, he said, I was watching his documentary part 3, and he said that his mom, even his mom thinks that he's crazy, and like he needs to check himself before he definitely wrecks himself, because it's only about it's time's gonna come where he's gonna happen. He's check yourself before you wreck yourself, and if he's gonna wreck himself, he's slowly going down this tunnel, and I mean the further you go, the harder it is to return. And he's digging this hole really deep, really wide, and I don't know. Just tread lightly, Fousey. Apparently he's supposed to have a second event where he's gonna invite J. Cole, because his first event he was supposed to invite Drake, and a lot of people, some people, like, there was interviews of like news stations coming to the event. That I'll probably talk about the event on a different video, or you just go watch like all the millions of other videos that are out there that clearly describe the first event that he had, which was also obviously a total flop in my opinion. Actually, it's fact. No, it's not in my opinion, it's fact. Like, it flopped, but yeah, people flew from everywhere, because he said it was gonna be the biggest event in YouTube history. Drake's gonna be there, LeBron James is gonna be there, a bunch of big artists they're gonna be there, and the thing with events is, we've seen it during TanaCon. The thing with events is it takes months and months of planning. You can't. It's literally it's impossible, or so super close to impossible to pulling off an event in less than, say, 2 weeks or 7 weeks or a month or 2 months. You need at least, I mean, I'm not an expert here, but I would say from the past tragedies that happened, you need at least about 4, 5, 6 months in advance to pull this off. But yeah, so a lot of people came expecting the biggest event in YouTube history. They expected Drake, they expected all these big name artists to be there, and what to do? No one showed up. But yeah, so now his next event, which he said that he's not gonna say anything about it. He's gonna keep it on the download. He's obviously off of social media now, and the thing with people making videos about him, he never watches them. So he doesn't take on like the criticism and the insight that other people are giving to him on their videos and stuff and whatnot. So we're gonna have to wait for this next event. It's spontaneous. He literally says this next event he's gonna have, that it's completely spontaneous. He just thought of the idea with his girlfriend just, I don't know, a few hours ago or a few days ago, and he just said he's gonna make it into action. And that's part of the issue. That's part of what he's going through, and his fans are just driving that. They're not trying to stop him. They're not waking him up out of this trance that he's in, and honestly, Fousey, you're losing it, man. And I don't know. You probably have already lost it, and you're probably too far gone. But I just felt like I had to put my 2 cents into that. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate, but shit, fuck it. It's time to wake up. It's the real world. It is the real world.